Hi, I'm Brittany, and welcome to Proverbs Study. This is a late night study because the day was full, but it was very productive. And the word is essential, so let's get into it. So, every day of the year, we are reading Proverbs together, and we are in Proverbs 2. We are in the first 3 verses of Proverbs 2. I will read it from the King James and from the Passion Translation. Proverbs 2, verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words, and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. Yea, if thou criest after knowledge, and liftest up thy voice for understanding. In the Passion Translation, Proverbs 2:1 says, My child, will you treasure my wisdom? Then and only then will you acquire it. And only if you accept my advice and hide it within will you succeed. So train your heart to listen when I speak, and open your spirit wide to expand your discernment. Then pass it on to your sons and daughters. Yes, cry out for comprehension and intercede for insight. I love Proverbs, studying it specifically because you get more hope the more you read. If you were to stop at chapter 1, you would be very daunted because you received a lot of correction, but every proverb has hope in it. There's always a if then statements are all through the whole book of Proverbs. And they are so encouraging because it gives you the reason why and it gives you the outcome. So if you were to do something, what you can expect is this. If you were to do this, this is what you'll see all throughout. And it says it in different ways, but this pattern for me is so encouraging because it gives me hope. It helps me to understand that all hope is not lost. I can still make another choice tomorrow. His mercies are new every morning. So I always have hope that if I fail today, I can get it right tomorrow. Or if I failed in this moment, I can get it right in the next moment. It's never too late. And so I love what Proverbs says. If you will receive my words and hide your commands within yourself, right? Hide your commands in your heart. Hide his commands in your heart, so that you will incline thine ear. I just love the King James language, but incline thine ear means to transform your hearing in a way where you are leaning close in order to understand. It's the inclining of the ear is to make sure that you can be adjustable to how you need to be in order to hear. That comes with changing your posture, changing the speed with which you do things. That comes with changing the position that you do things from, slowing down, right? Being intentional and methodical about how you hear things, right? Being careful. All of these things are tied up in that word for me. Incline thine ear, that phrase, unto wisdom, and apply thine heart to understanding. The application here is important. How you apply what you're getting. So how did you apply what you got from Proverbs 1? How did you apply it? Did you actually stop? Did you actually say no to the person that was leading you to do foolish things? Did you actually decide not to follow in their way? Did you make a decision? The Bible is all about decisions. When you make a decision, I'll go deep into that later, but it's called a covenant, right? These decisions these decisions are God's grace in giving us free will, right? This is his grace. He allows us to make our own decisions, but in every decision, There's a covenant that you make. There's a decision that you make. There's a choice that you make that will put you on one path or another. And Proverbs says that if you will apply your heart to understanding, that means if you take what you understood and then make a decision to do a specific thing based on your understanding, this is what you can expect. The Passion Translation kind of jumps ahead, but it says, within, if you hide it within, you will succeed. Or if you open your spirit wide to expand your discernment, then pass it on to your sons and daughters. Cry out for comprehension and intercede for insight. So if you do all of these things, you can expect to succeed. So it's not enough to just hear and to get the understanding. The point is to apply it here. So let's strive, even though we're crying out for knowledge, you're here, you're participating, you're listening to this study, even though you're hearing it, now let's apply it. Let's put it to the test. Let's say, okay, let me try this out. Let me try one thing, let me do it and see how it works out. I hope this was helpful. Have a good evening.